Now let's test how the Triple RSI strategy works on real chart and in the real market of the USD and Canadian dollar currency pair. I'm immediately opening a 5-minute put option for $1,000. We can see that the RSI with a period of 5 is in the oversold zone, almost at the level of 70. The second RSI with a period of 14 is also in the oversold zone at 72. Overall, everything indicates that the reversal is likely. Today we will discuss perhaps the simplest among the existing strategies for trading binary options. The foundation of the Triple RSI strategy is solely based on one indicator, the Relative Strength Index. If you're skeptical about such strategies, I must emphasize that to make profits, it is not necessary to use systems based on multiple different indicators. The Triple RSI strategy is considered quite profitable, and it allows you to generate profits even within 60-second options. Hi, my dear friends, and a warm welcome to all of you. I'm delighted to have you here with me for this episode. My name is Mary, and I'm your personal trader for today. If you're keen on trading and want to achieve consistent profits, you have come to the right place. For those who want to participate in trading sessions with me and receive trading signals, I highly encourage you to subscribe to my Telegram channel. You can find the link in the description below. So, what are the features of the strategy? To implement this strategy, you need to open a live chart and add the Relative Strength Index, RSI, indicator 3 times. That's all. Each RSI needs to be set with different parameters. The first one with 5, the second one with 14, and the third one with 21. By setting these parameters, we will have a versatile tool that does not have the typical drawbacks of a standard oscillator. This is primarily because the 3 different period indicators act as filters, preventing the opening of a position until at least one of them reaches the specified level. This is particularly important for shorter periods where there is a significant number of signals with not very favorable success rates. However, by filtering such signals, you can improve the success rate and consequently increase your profit. Trading rules. You can choose any underlying asset for trading. The optimal chart period is 5 minutes. You can use even shorter time frames, but the recommended ones are precisely these charts. The option expiration time is best calculated for 3 to 5 candlesticks. For identifying entry points in the market, there are quite straightforward rules. When all indicators fall within the overbought zone, the trader should purchase a put option. When all indicators fall within the oversold zone, the trader should purchase a call option. The overbought zone includes RSI readings from 70 to 100, and the oversold zone includes readings from 0 to 30. Naturally, this strategy has its nuances. For example, the triple filtering reduces the number of entry points into the market. However, as experts note, if you devote enough time and effort to this strategy, it can lead to genuinely good results. Now let's test how the Triple RSI strategy works on real chart and in the real market of the USD and Canadian dollar currency pair. I'm immediately opening a 5-minute put option for $1,000. Now let's explain what's happening. We can see that the RSI with a period of 5 is in the oversold zone, almost at the level of 70. The second RSI with a period of 14 is also in the oversold zone at 72. The third RSI with a period of 21 is also in the oversold zone at the level 70. If we draw a vertical line, it becomes clear that all 3 RSI indicators at the time of entering the trade were in the oversold zone, so we can confidently open a put option. Here we had a prolonged upward movement, and now a retracement is expected. Additionally, a hammer pattern has formed at the top. Overall, everything indicates that the reversal is likely. I remind you that trading solely based on RSI is a bad idea, as it often gives false signals. Many people use a single RSI with the most standard setting, which means a period of 14 and overbought and oversold zones at 30 and 70 respectively. This is a very bad idea because RSI is not a signaling indicator. The only thing it does well is confirming the indications of other indicators. For example, we look at the MACD or a conditional support zone, and then we look at the RSI. If the RSI is in the oversold zone at the moment, it confirms our support zone, meaning it strengthens a signal. But the oversold or overbought condition of a single RSI does not provide a signal on its own. However, if we simultaneously use 3 RSI indicators with different periods, then their readings can be considered as a signal. Currently, we're using 3 RSI indicators with periods of 5, 14, and 21. And these are 3 different periods, and if their readings align, it means the market is generally oversold or overbought, and based on its signal, we can enter a trade. But again, the RSIs in themselves indicate readiness for a reversal, not reversal itself. Therefore, it's essential to give yourself some extra time, preferably at least 5 candlesticks. That is, if you're using a 1-minute chart, it's 5 minutes. If you're using a 5-minute chart, it's 25 minutes, and so on. The buffer is needed because RSI often gives forecasts before the market starts to reverse. For example, RSI signals a downward reversal. We enter for an upward movement, but the market continues to rise. The oversold condition increases, and it's only after 2-3 minutes that prices start to fall. Therefore, we need this buffer time for the situation to fully develop. Now we have 2 minutes left until the end of the trade, so let's wait. There are a few seconds left until the end of the trade, and everything is going well so far. The price first went up. This is about my advice regarding the buffer time. And then it began to rapidly decline, bringing me a profit of $830. So be sure to try this Triple RSI strategy, but don't forget about the 5 candlestick buffer. So what is the Relative Strength Index? The Relative Strength Index, or RSI, is a momentum indicator used in technical analysis. RSI measures the speed and magnitude of a security's recent price changes to evaluate overvalued or undervalued conditions in the price of that security. The RSI is displayed as an oscillator, a line graph on a scale of 0 to 100. The indicator was developed by J. Wallace Wilder Jr. and introduced in his seminal 1978 book, New Concepts of Technical Trading Systems. The RSI can do more than point to overbought and oversold securities. It can also indicate securities that may be primed for a trend reversal or correct a pullback in a price. It can signal when to buy and sell. Traditionally, an RSI reading of 70 or above indicates an overbought situation. A reading of 30 or below indicates an oversold condition. Why is RSI important? Traders can use RSI to predict the price behavior of a security. It can help traders validate trends and trend reversals. It can point to overbought and oversold securities. It can provide short-term traders with buy and sell signals. It's a technical indicator that can be used with others to support trading strategies. Modify RSI levels to fit trends. The primary trend of the security is important to know to properly understand RSI readings. For example, well-known market technician Constance Brown, CMT, proposed that an oversold reading by RSI in an uptrend is probably much higher than 30. Likewise, an overbought reading during a downtrend is much lower than 70. Many investors create a horizontal trend line between the levels of 30 and 70 when a strong trend is in place to better identify an overall trend in extremes. On the other hand, modifying overbought or oversold RSI levels when the price of a stock or asset is in a long-term horizontal channel or trading range rather than a strong upward or downward trend is usually unnecessary. The relative strength indicator is not reliable in trading markets as it is in trading ranges. In fact, most traders understand that the signals given by RSI in strong upward or downward trends often can be false. Thank you for your kind attention, and I'm excitedly awaiting for your subscriptions to the channel. Please make sure not to miss the upcoming episodes. I hope you find it engaging to follow along because, isn't it interesting? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. See you in the next video.